You own some Bitcoin and you want to go and put it to work. Well, where are you going to put it? Well, you can put it in some low yield opportunities, maybe lend it out, or you can speculate and potentially earn some very big juicy airdrops if of course it goes in your favor. Today, that's what we're going to talk about. 10 different protocols that you can use your Bitcoin with to earn potentially some pretty juicy airdrops. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Welcome back to another video. My name is Watch and we're not going to waste any time. We've got 10 different protocols to go through. We're going to start off with Solv BTC, which is an LST, I believe, currently available on quite a few different chains, as you can see on screen, with ETH mainnet and some of the other L2s as well. You deposit wrapped BTC, you get Solv BTC. It's at a 1-to-1 ratio and you get XP for every $1 deposited. Pretty straightforward. You can use Solv BTC in other places. You can provide liquidity for it and obviously earn some extra yield on top of that. But the idea is here, you're speculating on points, and that's pretty much all you're doing. Hopefully those points result in a token, and that token could be worth something pretty valuable to you, depending on whether or not it is or not. That of course depends on how the airdrop goes and how the point system ends up occurring. I think this is a little bit tricky, just given the sheer number of TVL and number of users, I should say. But if you want, you can speculate on it. Anyway, next up, we're going to go over something that I think is probably a little bit more exciting. It's Lombard, again, like another liquid stake token. Basically, you can, again, stake Bitcoin. I think this time it's native Bitcoin, and you receive LBTC on one of those chains. You can also swap for, any other asset really. You can swap on, I believe, this CowSwap. You can use any aggregator. You can basically buy some LBTC. It is a little liquid at the moment, and yeah, once you've got some LBTC, you can do whatever you want with that. You can actually deposit it into one of their vaults, which I'll see if I can show you right now. And basically what happens is this gets deposited into a few different strategies like Pendle, Curve, Gearbox, Morpho, UniV3. And they do have a small fee and it is managed by 7 Seas Capital. But yeah, this essentially will earn you some extra points, some yield, some Lux points, some Vader points. And yeah, so far it's got around over 50 million deposited at the moment. So yeah, you can see that there are some things that you can do with LBTC. You can actually leverage up on Gearbox or somewhere like that. You can just passively farm it on Curve. Lots of opportunities for you. You just need to decide what you want to do with it. But yeah, this is LBTC, and probably Lombard will have a token, and probably will be some points for you to earn, or some sort of airdrop if you hold LBTC or use LBTC. Next up, we'll talk about dlcBTC, which is another protocol building in the Bitcoin space. They have quite a few different strategies. If you go to the Earn tab, where you'll be able to see whether it's on Curve or like AMMs, essentially lending markets. I believe they have some vaults as well. You can stake it coming soon, and they have some option stuff as well. Basically, you can use either of these strategies. They're on Arbitrum and ETH mainnet. You can earn some yield and earn some points. Points hopefully mean prizes, and so yeah, that's another one there for you if you're interested in dlcBTC. Next, we're going to talk about Corn. Corn is this new layer 2 that uses Bitcoin. They currently have an airdrop campaign where you can deposit assets and you can earn kernels, I believe. There's lots of assets that you can deposit, but wrapped BTC is one of them. And so, yeah, you can potentially earn. And when Corn eventually do go live and do have a native governance token, hopefully you get an airdrop. I'll leave a link to all of these that we're talking about in the description below if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching it elsewhere, I'll try and have a link to all of the different protocols as well that you can follow along. Next, we'll talk about EtherFi. EtherFi, probably like number one restaking protocol around at the moment, especially when it comes to TVL. We know about EtherFi because of ETH, but now they have eBTC, which is Babylon restaked with Lombard. And so what you can do is you can take your LBTC and essentially restake it and put it into eBTC, and eBTC earns Babylon points, it earns Lombard points, it earns Symbiotic points, it earns EtherFi loyalty points as well. Vader points, Eigenlayer, and Karak as well. So you've got like literally 7 in 1 when it comes to an airdrop there. Is this lucrative? Is this a little bit overfarmed? I think if you're a whale, you're certainly going to enjoy yourself. I'm not too sure if you're a small fish, whether or not this adds up to any meaningful yield. I'm not too sure about that. But I think the fact of the matter is you can earn Babylon and Lombard with a 2x, and of course all the others. So pretty nice opportunity. One of the great things is that you can kind of use it on Pendle, which is something that I talked about recently. So you've got an EBTC, you can essentially buy Bitcoin at a 7% discount, or you can long the yield token and essentially basically lever up on all of these different airdrops in one token essentially. Or you can just provide liquidity and earn up to 15%, I believe. Yeah, 16%. So not a bad one. This again has 20 million in TVL, just another opportunity for you to use your Bitcoin and earn some airdrops along the way. Here's a big one, Babylon. Babylon's got a cap at the moment, 1,000 Bitcoin. It reached the cap pretty much instantly. This is like one of the most hyped protocols in the Bitcoin scene at the moment, which has a proof of stake system, so you can stake Bitcoin and secure the Babylon chain, I guess. Will there be any rewards for this? They say no, but I think ultimately they probably will have a token. I mean, that's what you're speculating on. I could be wrong, but I think just keep an eye out when the caps raise. What you can do is you can just use some of these other products, maybe LBTC or maybe EBTC, and they will kind of deposit, or you will get some sort of Babylon points from the underlying asset. But yeah, that just if you wanted to kind of just stake directly with Babylon, that's what you can do as well. Here we have Symbiotic. Symbiotic, again, I think many of you know this as an Eigen competitor, but they do have Wrapped BTC. So if you wanted to kind of restake your Wrapped BTC, you can do so here. As you can see, caps are currently at limits right now, so you can't actually deposit. So you might have to use another app like Mellow at the moment, who have Amphor restaked BTC, and here you can take your Wrapped BTC, deposit it into Amphor BTC, and earn some yield there as well, and you'll get Mellow points and Symbiotic points as well this way too. Next, another restaking protocol, we've got Karak. They have Wrapped BTC, which earns Karak XP, but there's also this other one that I'm less familiar with called FBTC, which earns Karak XP and Ignition Spark. So this is another protocol, Ignition, just another option for you there, if that's something you're interested in. And last but not least, we have something new coming out called Fractal Bitcoin, which I think is really getting a lot of attention. You can see that they just announced the launch of their mainnet just a couple of days ago with massive amounts of impressions, and I believe this is going to be launching sometime in the near future. So possibly by the time you're watching this video, this might be live, and so there will be another opportunity here for kind of depositing some Bitcoin and earning some points or some yield in some way, shape or form, and speculating on another airdrop there. So all in all, we've got Solv, Lombard, dlcBTC, Corn, EBTC from EtherFi, we've got Babylon, Symbiotic, Mellow, Karak, and Fractal. So lots of opportunities for you there. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hopefully some of these can result in some pretty nice airdrops. If they don't, well, I mean, Bitcoin wasn't earning any yield anyway. But of course, be aware of all of the risks, whether it's Oracle risk, smart contract risk, depeg risk, liquidity risks, slippage risks, you know, even using some of these different chains as well. Blockchain risk is also a very real thing. Please be aware of all of them. None of this was financial advice. This is just me just showcasing some of the different opportunities that are around at the moment. So yeah, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back with plenty more educational content in the not so distant future.